The year is quickly coming to an end, and I got a lot of rankings to get through. And this one, I am ranking all three foreign language films that I watched in 2023 that are also released in 2023. And coming in the last place, we have Ballerina. This is a Korean language film on Netflix, and I still thought that this was a pretty solid movie. I thought that visually it's got a lot of beautiful, unique colors, and it is kind of your classic revenge story, and the action is awesome and the action is brutal, and it is a very solid action movie. And I think that what makes this movie great is I think its use of color, personally, with the neon lights on this ballerina who's hunting down like the people, like believe she's on a, like I said, revenge quest after, I think, of losing a friend. And I think that this is a pretty solid movie. And I like how some, like I said, like the action is often used in like quick pace and also with these different vibrant lights. And I think visually this has a lot of beautiful, unique visuals throughout. I think that the action is brutal. It's only an hour and a half, so it's a quick movie, but it is a beautiful movie visually. But I think what would hold this back is there's not that much emotional depth. It is your kind of standard run of the mill action movie, even though I think, like I said, visually it's a gorgeous movie. And I think that it is a pretty fun watch. And if you got an hour and a half to spare, you just want a quick little action movie, I think that this is a pretty good one to watch. And coming in second place, we have Nowhere. This is a Spanish language film that was released on Netflix back in September. And it's a very, very weird movie. Not necessarily weird, it's just more, the premise seems kind of weird, where we're following this pregnant woman who is like gets stuck on this shipping container, and because she's like was in part of this human trafficking thing, but then the shipping container falls into the ocean. So it's kind of like with any fun survivor movie, it's always fun to see how they use their surroundings of maybe or even everyday objects as something else. Whereas within this shipping container, there's a lot of like all this random stuff, whether it's like headphones or just plastic, and how she uses it to create new things. That's one of the most fun things about these survival movies. And for example, like how she'll use like, because it's like this random stuff, she'll have like a ton of earbuds, and then she can tie them together to catch fish to feed her, and then eventually she's giving birth on this like shipping container while it's raining in the storm. And she uses these creative things to also like build a carriage, or like build like a, like I said, yeah, a baby carriage. And it's just a classic survivor movie. You know what you're going to get in terms of, like, you've probably seen this, but I definitely think that this one kind of takes it to a next level of some of the things that she has to do to survive. And visually, I don't really think that there's anything visually special about this movie, but I think what puts this above a movie like Ballerina is I think that there's a lot more emotion. Of course, like, you care about this mother trying to take care of her baby, and it's a lot more investive of you just kind of trying to just see, like, it's also like whenever you have movies, I think, that take place in one central area, with this one just being in the middle of nowhere on this shipping container. I think it just allows for there to be a lot of uniqueness, as because we don't have that much like unique locations, a lot of it just comes up to maybe the atmosphere itself of these shipping containers, what's in these boxes, the water. And it's just these little things, that just make it engaging. Like I said, it is kind of standard in terms of what it is. You've seen these kind of survivor movies. There was another great one, I think, called Inside earlier this year, that I would also highly recommend checking that movie out. And it's just kind of like a standard movie, but it's very engaging, I think, throughout. And coming in at number one, we easily have Godzilla Minus One. This movie is one of the best movies of the year, as it is just as much, it's a drama. In reality, it is a drama that just happens to have Godzilla in it, and that is what makes it so beautiful, as we're following this kamikaze pilot who, of course, he didn't go through with it, and so he feels grief. He feels this sadness, and then when he meets this woman and this child, he feels, I need to protect you. I did something that is not right. I didn't go through with what I was supposed to do. So I think that this is my responsibility to protect you. And that's just the basis of it. And then you throw in Godzilla with on a $15 million budget, and the director said that it is actually lower than that. It looks gorgeous. Godzilla is flawlessly like just looks awesome, and he truly is just terrifying to watch. And it's the kind of movie where you're like, if this is made on only like $15 million, why do we have these $200 million movies looking like garbage? Why did Fast X cost $300 million and you can still point out the CGI? This is the kind of movie where you watch it and you see how fantastic it is. And when people say, oh, there's no good movies anymore, everything's just all just action and generic. It's like, no, you could have beautiful action as well as just a beautiful story. And you could do it on a $15 million budget or not even like a 10 million, 12 million, whatever this is. And it's just a gorgeous movie. The action, like whenever we see Godzilla, just him using his like fire breath, his atomic blast, and the way he kind of charges up like from the back to like the spine as they're glowing. It's gorgeous. And like I said, all of that, but it's truly about this story of the characters that make it great. And that's what makes this movie fantastic. So yeah, that was my ranking of all of the 2023 non-English language films. And let me know your list. So yeah, that was it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more rankings and reviews like this.